Dear students, now I am going to discuss a very important topic of 8086, that is called 8086 memory organization. Here I will discuss why memory banking concept is required and why in 8086 memory is divided in even and odd bank. So as we know that if we consider a general memory IC, so it has the capacity to store 8-bit data only. So in case of 8085 processor, which is 8-bit processor, there is no problem, as it needs only one machine cycle to read or write the data. Why only one machine cycle? As it has to access only one memory location to read or write 8-bit data. But if in case of 16-bit processor or higher bit processors, this is not as simple as in case of 8085. If we consider 16-bit processor, 16-bit data require two memory locations. Therefore, to access 16-bit data, we have to access two memory locations, which is not possible in one machine cycle. We require two machine cycles. In case of 32-bit processor, we require 4 machine cycles. In case of 64-bit processor, we require 8 machine cycles. So to simplify this process, alternate arrangement can be made. In alternate arrangement, the memory can be divided into memory can be broken into different parts. In case of here I will discuss the memory organization of 8086, where the memory is divided into equal parts. As the total memory size of 8086 is what? 1 megabyte. Why 1 megabyte? As the number of address lines in 8086 is 20. So therefore 2 to the power 20 address locations are there, and total memory size is 1 megabyte. This 1 megabyte entire memory is divided in two equal halves, which are called even bank and odd bank, and the size of each bank is 512 kilobyte. So here I am showing some calculations. 1 megabyte is equivalent to 1024 kilobyte. So here the starting address range of the 8086 memory is from 00000H to FFFFH, and size of each memory bank is from 512 kilobyte to size is 512 kilobyte. Suppose that we have a 16-bit data, for example 2435H. So this data require two memory locations. So the lower byte of the data will be stored at the lower memory location, and the higher byte of the data will be stored at the higher memory location. 16 byte of data will be stored at two consecutive memory locations. Lower byte will be stored at lower location, and higher byte will be stored at higher location. So here 35H is stored at 00000H, and 24H is stored at 00001H. Okay, it is clear. Now I am going to discuss the memory organization of 8086, how the memory is divided in two parts, even and odd, and how the addresses can be shown. So this is the diagram for memory organization of 8086. Here the complete memory is divided in two banks, odd bank and even bank. The even bank has the address starting from 00000H. This is 20-bit address, which in hex form it can be written in 5 digits. So here the LSB part, LSB is can be used to represent the number is even or odd. So the addresses are 0000000, 00002, 00004 and 0000E. Similarly, in case of odd bank, the addresses are 1, 3, 5 and FFFF. These banks are connected to address buses as well, address buses, data buses and chip select signals. Address buses are divided in two parts: lower order address bus, lower order 8 bits and higher order 8 bits. So lower order 8 bits are connected to even bank, and higher order 8 bits are connected to odd bank. Similarly, chip select signals. There are two chip select signals. Both the chip select signals are active low. For the even bank, chip select signal is A0, and for the odd bank, chip select signal is BHE bar. There are total 20 address lines in 8086 range, starting from A0 to A19. Out of these 20 address lines, A0 is used as chip select signal for even bank. Therefore, remaining 19 address lines from A1 to A19 are connected to both the memory banks simultaneously. So therefore, the values of A1 to A19 are same for both the memory banks. Now, we will see the combination of values of A0 and BHE bar, which shows how the data transfer operation can be performed. So this table will help us to explain how 8-bit or 16-bit data can be read or write from this memory. This is the table. Here the different values of different combinations of BHE bar and A0. BHE bar is chip select signal for odd bank and A0 is chip select signal for even bank. When both the values are 0, 0 means both the banks are enabled. When both the banks are enabled, then we can read or write 16-bit data. So here the operation is read or write 16-bit data from both the banks as both the banks are enabled. When BHE bar is 0 and A0 is 1, always note that chip select signal for both the banks are active low. Therefore, BHE bar and values of BHE bar or A0 must be 0 to enable the corresponding bank. So here BHE bar is 0 and A0 is 1, it means odd bank is enabled. When odd bank is enabled and even bank is disabled, it means only 8-bit data can be read or write, and that reading or writing operation can be performed from odd bank. So read or write 8-bit data from odd bank. Similarly, when BHE bar is 1 and A0 is 0, then read or write operation of 8-bit data from even bank. When both the values are 1, then that is both the banks are disabled, then no operation can be performed and no memory read, that is idle state. So now I will discuss one example, two examples, one for 8-bit data and second for 16-bit data. Suppose that I am taking a number. I want to take a number. The number is here. Suppose that a number is 24H. 8-bit number is 24H, which is stored at 00000. This is even address. So when this address is given, how the read or write operation, how the read operation from this location can be performed. So this is hexadecimal number, so we can write it in binary as here, as shown here. Each hexadecimal digit can be written as 4 binary digits. 000000000000000. There are 20 digits. So these are the 20 address lines from A19, A18, A17, A16 to A3, A2, A1, A0. Here the A9 address lines from A19 to A1 are connected to both the banks. Therefore, the values of A19 to A1 for both the banks remain same, but the value of A0 is 0 and it is connected to only the even bank. So when A0 is 0, then even bank is enabled, and when even bank is enabled, then the data from the even bank can be taken from this memory location, that is 0000H. And this data is loaded on D0 to D7, that is lower order data lines, and given to the processor. It means to read 8-bit data from event bank, it is required to enable event bank as well as disable odd bank. The value of A0 must be 0, which is naturally given in the address, and value of BHE bar must be 1 at that time. Value of BHE bar must be 1 at that time, so that the odd bank remains disabled. So in that case, the data from the event bank is loaded on the lower order data bus and given to the processor. Now, I am going to take another example of 16-bit data like 2435H. So if we have to read 16-bit data, then both the banks must be enabled. To enable both the banks, the value of A0 and BHE bar both must be 0. Both must be 0. So this 16-bit data is loaded in two memory locations. Lower order data 35H is loaded at 00000H, that is at event address, and higher order data is loaded at 00001H. So when we have to read this data corresponding to this A0, corresponding to this 00000H, event bank will be enabled and 35H will be loaded to D0 to D7H. And as we have also enabled BHE bar, that is odd bank, therefore the higher order data, that is 24H, will be loaded on D8 to D15 higher order data lines. So therefore, in this way, the 16-bit data will be loaded from D0 to D15 and given to the processor. Thank you.